I have seen that movie or I saw that movie. Come on, you've paused and wondered which one is right. Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to tackle one of the most confusing topics for English learners, the present perfect tense. And I promise by the end of this, it's going to feel way, way simpler. This is the big question, isn't it? Why can't I just use the simple past all the time? It's probably the number one thing that trips people up. But today, we're going to clear that up for good. Let's break it down step by step. So here's our game plan. First, we'll get to the single most important idea behind this whole tense. Then we'll check out its two main uses in everyday chats. After that, we'll put it head-to-head with the simple past to make sure you can avoid those common mistakes. And finally, we'll test what you've learned to make sure it all sticks. Ready? Let's jump in. Okay, let's start with the absolute core concept. And honestly, if you can really, truly get this one idea, everything else about the present perfect just kind of clicks into place. This is the master key that unlocks the whole thing. Here it is. The golden rule. The present perfect is all about building a bridge between the past and right now. Think of it like this. The action happened back then, but it has some kind of result or importance that we can still feel in this moment. It's not some dead, finished action. It has a real connection to today. So how do we actually build this thing? Well, the formula is actually super simple. You just need three parts. You've got your subject, then the right form of have or has, and then the past participle. That's the third form of the verb, like eat, ate, eaten. For regular verbs, it's easy. Just add ed. The only trick is remembering all those irregular ones. All right, now that we've got the core idea and the formula down, let's look at the first major way you'll be using this in real life, talking about past experiences. And trust me, you'll use this one all the time. Now, this is really crucial to understand. When you're talking about your life experiences using the present perfect, the focus is on the experience itself, not when it happened. The specific date or time is either totally unknown or just not important to what you're trying to say. Take a look at this sentence. It tells us about a life experience, right? Visiting France. But does it say I went in 2015 or last summer? Nope. Because that detail isn't the point. The point is just the experience. And this is the key takeaway here. If you did want to mention that you went last summer, you'd have to switch to the simple past. We'll get to that in a minute, I promise. But for now, just remember, with the present perfect, the when is irrelevant. Okay, let's move on to the second major use, which is just as important as the first one. We use this for actions that started in the past, but aren't completely finished yet. This is the other side of that connection to the present coin. Here, the action literally continues from some point in the past, right up to this very moment. You can see it creates that bridge, connecting then to now. This sentence is a perfect example. It means she started working at that office 12 years ago, and yep, if I look over at her desk right now, she is still working there today. The action is unfinished. It's still happening. Now, when we talk about these continuing actions, you're going to see two little signal words all the time, for and since. The difference is super simple. For talks about a period or a length of time, like for 2 months. Since points to the specific start time, like since last Monday. Easy, right? Okay, here we are, the main event. Let's put the present perfect and the simple past side by side to finally clear up the most common mistakes people make. So here's our classic present perfect sentence. I have seen that movie. This is a life experience. I have the memory of seeing it, but notice, I'm not telling you when I saw it. The time is a mystery. But what if we want to add that specific time? What if we want to say that we saw it last week? Does the sentence just stay the same? Can we just tack it on the end? Absolutely not. The sentence has to change. And this is probably the most important rule of this whole explainer. As soon as you add a specific, finished time marker, like last week, yesterday, or in 2015, you must switch to the simple past. You can no longer use the present perfect. It's a deal breaker. And to make things even easier for you, here are some common signal words. When you see words like ever, never, just, or already in a sentence, it's a very strong clue that you probably need the present perfect. Think of this as your little cheat sheet. All right, you've seen the rules, you've seen the examples. Now it's time to put your knowledge to the test with a quick quiz. Let's see what you've learned. First question. The verb is study. How would you complete this sentence? I blank English for 2 years. Think back to those signal words we just talked about. The answer is I have studied. The signal word, for, plus a period of time, tells us this is a continuing action. It started in the past and it's still true now. Good job. Okay, question 2. Now this one's a bit trickier. It's designed to catch that really common mistake. The verb is try. Yes, I blank dim sum last month. What do you think? And the answer is, I tried. Simple past. Why? Because of that key phrase, last month. That's a specific, finished time in the past, which means the present perfect is forbidden. You have to use the simple past. Hey, if you got that one right, congratulations. You have truly mastered the key difference. So, you've seen how it works, you've avoided the common traps, and now you're pretty much ready to go. So my final question for you is a personal one. Think about your day so far. How have you used English today? I mean, you just watched this explainer, so you already have your first answer. Thanks for watching.